All right. So we were talking about the level up. I'll give everybody a second to get back in. Alrighty then. Everybody pulling back in. Let's get it. Shout out to Rosany, the homie. Pele Polaire, the homie. Both of them sponsors. This is not a paid ad or no shit, so YouTube, calm the fuck down. I'm just shouting out my homies. My opinion on the homegrown exhale CO2 bags. So, nah, Chester, happy Monday doesn't necessarily mean happy weekend, but yeah, it was a good weekend. I'm just genuinely excited on Mondays, bro. Just genuinely excited. I take a break from the plants, the grow room. I don't come in here on the weekends. I come in maybe once or twice a day to check just really quickly and make sure everything's okay. Other than that, I don't like really come in here. I spend it all with my family. So come Monday, I'm excited to get back to the plants. Maybe that's why. So, anyways, fucking high tits. Let's go in there, check out the main room after we water these real quick. I gotta grab the fucking measuring cup real quick, and we're gonna water all of these. So here's the thing. I just ordered my dehumidifier for in here. In the meantime, I will scrub the humidity, but we're gonna hit all of these. I think, and they don't quite need it, but I do want to push out. This one definitely needs it. This hers number 3 drinks a fuck ton, and this thing is beasting too. My stem rub on this. Ooh. Oh yeah, that's a stanky one. That's a stanky one too. Okay. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is feed each one of these. I've got some nutrient solution mixed over here already. It's 1.6 EC, 5.5 pH flower nutrients. It's what I was going to pre-soak my starter plugs in, but I need to run to the hydro store and grab them because I'm not going to run these ones. I'm going to run the smaller ones. These are the 1.5 inch, I think. So I'm going to run the smaller ones. But man, bitch is happy. They're just going to each get 250 milliliters, and here's the thing, do I have enough? 15. Hey Google. It's not gonna work right now. All right, whore. Hey you guys, what's 15 times 250? Somebody run that. Run that shit. Here, you guys are gonna go up here for now. These haven't had really any IPM. They've just been getting taken care of, and they have the hypsoapsis mites, or the fucking, I forgot they changed the name to them now, but yeah, they still have those crawling around on the rapid rooters here and there. I see them every once in a while after waterings, and I haven't seen any other pest whatsoever. I do get the occasional fungus gnat or house fly in here because it's right inside my garage area, but I haven't seen any results from those, which means that those little guys are doing their fucking job, and amazingly well, I guess. Although I haven't seen too many fungus gnats in here. I don't even have any sticky traps in here right now. But it's also getting colder up here in the high desert. Insects are starting to dwindle down, insect populations. But some insects are starting to look for shelter now, like spiders and beetles and things like that. So you gotta be on the prowl. Fucking dogs are outside killing mice every night now. Alright, I can do this. We got 4 more plants, and they're fucking way back yonder. After I strip these down for clones, I'm going to plug them back into the drip lines for the irrigation and start them on the drip irrigation. And I'll just put them on a basic timer, maybe like a Galcon or something. I don't think I'm gonna get another Troll Master for it. We'll see. Because to be honest, I don't plan on keeping genetics in here long term. What I plan on doing is finding the keeper phenos from this run. And once I find the keeper phenos, those mothers will be sent down to my tissue culture guy, and he's going to store the genetics and tissue culture. So whenever I need them, I'll pull them from him, and I'll throw them in to veg in here, and I'll just pre-veg in here, and I'll just have clones. That way I can just be prepping in here for the next round, because I still have to dry in that room for a few days. So that'll give me time to do a little prep in here and get all these clones prepped. I'll probably have, at least 2 racks, if not all 3 racks in, so that I could prep clones and do full sends on monocrops with my selected phenotypes of genetics that, I popped from seed. So it'll be pretty cool, because I don't know too many people that are running the strains that I have, the G6, and the Frost Factory. I have a couple in here that are looking really good. I've got a very fucking huge leaf Frost Factory in here right now that's crushing it. Very sativa looking. And then I've got a more indica dominant looking one based off the leaf structure anyways. And then I've got I think that Tangerine Kush I'm gonna throw away. It's so short, it's not really growing. It's like very, very stout. I mean, it's growing, but it's so stocky and stacked that it's not, I'd have to run fucking 100 plants per light just to make it worth the veg time, it's crazy. So, and it's Tangy terps. I've got Frost Factory, which is actually orange juice terps, creamsicle 50-50 bar terps. So, I think I'm gonna ditch that one. And then I gotta check the rest of them right now and see. The rest of them, I think they're going to be a full set. that's all of them. So I guess that was enough. That answered that question. Hold on. So I observed some light stress after my cow bump. I believe I nuked them when shit came available. Nothing horrible, but definitely some pissed off new growth. What EC was that at? You probably had a ton of build up. Released all the little shit that's been locked out, or did you do a really proper flush first with citric acid before applying the new CalMag feed? He fucked up, I guarantee you. I guarantee you he did not do a proper flush to break down all of the salts, leach them out, and then he applied, and then no. So he just applied a new CalMag feed to medium that had locked out nutrients from CalMag deficiency, so therefore it had an EC buildup of all those other nutrients, and it nuked his plants when they became available, because, so it probably wasn't your input EC. More to do with the buildup, unless you measured the runoff before mag. Let's see. Yeah. He says he didn't do it a flush. He said he pushed a few gallons of the new mix through, not necessarily a flush, but a half-ass reset. Yeah, but that doesn't break down the salts or them. Let's talk to Alias Hayes right now. Fucking dope ass dude. I don't know if he's working or not. My man.
What's up, man?
So, dude, I'm thinking what happened is, because I got this same issue going on. I don't know if you're measuring your runoff recently, but I've been measuring my pour water EC, and I flushed through like a fuck ton, like 2 gallons per plant on, these aren't even 6x6 inch cubes, right? These are 6x6x4s. I pushed like 2 gallons through each cube of 1.5 EC nutrient solution and 5.5 pH, and within 2 days the pour water EC is already back up to 6 without even having significant drybacks, and that's due to all the locked out shit, right? So if you're not actually breaking down that salt buildup with like a citric acid, or hypochlorous acid doesn't even fucking work good for breaking down salts, honestly. Like, the only thing I found that works really well is the Botanicare Clear-X, right? If you use that shit or any other form of citric acid cleaner, like even like a root cleaner that has, you know, citric essential oils in it, it'll break down the salts and essentially allow it to be like a true full reset. But when you're just pushing, you know, more nutrients through it, it's kind of like washing your car but not using soap or a brush. You're just hosing it off, so there's still actually a bunch of shit left in the medium, you know. So that burn that you got probably wasn't even from your input EC. It was more so probably from all that other shit that was built up, like you said, you know, becoming available.
Yeah, that's what I think it was.
So I think if you hit them with like a Botanicare Clear, because I just had another homie hit me up, he had the same problem. Hit it with like a Botanicare Clear-X and then some enzymes after that, you know, and re-inoculate it with your, you know, your bennies if you're using them. I don't know if you're sterile right now. You sterile right now?
Yeah,
Okay, so yeah, if you're gonna use your bennies, then after the citric acid, you let that shit, you flush it like a good amount through. You want like 80 to 90% runoff with the half strength Clear-X, like 15 mLs per gallon, right?
Yeah.
Flush that shit through and then hit it with your new Newt mix and you should be golden, bro.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cut these clones here. I'm gonna get the plant looking healthy. I'm not worried about too much. Get these clones going and just start over fresh.
These are in veg? I thought these were the ones that you were flowering right now.
No, these are just on my mom's.
Oh, that's that's even better, dude. Start them on the new recipe?
Yeah, I'll be starting fresh with the new recipe right from the ground up.
Fuck yeah.
So I just gotta make sure I'm gonna go home tonight, make sure these plants, I drop PC, flush a little bit through, just try to get them back to healthy. And I'll cut my clones tonight and go from there.
Did you see the updated message I sent you from Perfect Grower showing the calculated calcium level at like 130-ish?
Yeah.
So I told you, I was thinking that what we were doing might be wrong. We like weren't calculating like elemental weight or molecular weight, and it turns out that was true, so.
No, it makes sense. Your math was spot on though. I mean, you calculated it fucking perfect.
I know, that's what I told him. I'm like, bro, my math was perfect. My equations were wrong.
I couldn't believe it. I was sitting there twisting my head around. I'm like, yeah, this is right. This is right.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, yeah, that was impressive.
So, I don't know. He said he's going to hit me up as soon as he gets the lab results. He said if he doesn't hear from him today, he's going to call him tomorrow and be like, what the fuck? So, we should know by tomorrow for sure what's going on in the leaf tissue, and that will tell us like 80% of the story because we already know Athena's recipe.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go home tonight probably, unless these plants look really sad still. I might push it one more day. So I'm gonna be taking a full load of clones here the next day or two. And I know I'll be able to get these clones to take off just fine, even if the plant's unhealthy. And then I'll start fresh.
Yeah.
I'll start fresh from there.
All right. Well, fuck yeah. Keep me posted. Let's see. Are you gonna start getting like labs done?
Yes.
Please do.
Yes.
I think between you, me, and Lost Leaf all using Athena under LEDs, I think we could really get a good recipe dialed in. Kind of like how, you know, fucking, what's he call himself now? AMAC?
Yeah.
How AMAC is so dialed in with his front row. That guy changes his goddamn sponsorship more than I change my underwear.
Dude, he is so all over the board. Ever since I've met him, he'll do like 3 different nutrient lines a run.
Yeah. Yeah.
Finally, I got him to calm down and stick with one. But he is so all over the place. It's hard for me to even keep up, to even conversate with him.
The last time I looked at his page, like a week ago, it said Perfect Grower Nutrients. I went back and I looked at it yesterday. Front row AG nutrients. I'm like, what? How are you? What?
Well, I was talking about front row. I mean, excuse me, Perfect Grower before I even knew he was through with Perfect Grower. And oh boy, he said nothing but, oh man, it's the best, blah 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 blah, you know, yada yada yada. And then fucking like 2 days later, he's like, oh fuck that, I'm on the front row. I'm just like, dude. What's up with you?
I asked him about that. He told me that his plants were shit on Perfect Grower and that they were really pale. And that's why he switched back.
I can't take him serious, man.
I think, I don't know. I think you got to be willing to work through any fucking nutrient line that you're going to switch to. And if you're not willing to put in the fucking time to figure it out, then I don't know.
He's just too spastic.
Spaz. Just spaz.
He's a spaz, man.
That's
He's
funny.
always been a spaz.
Alright, man. Well, shit. Keep me posted, dude. Let me know if you need any info on the lab I went through.
Yeah. I got so much crap going right now in my personal life. It's hard for me to really dig down and dirty on this any more than I already am. But I'm about caught up. And I'm going to be doing a lot of testing. I'm going to be keeping track of shit a lot more. That's the reason why I went with the Athena, is to have all of us working together on it.
Yeah, I think it'll be good, and I'm glad I finally convinced Matt to get this shit off of Floraflux.
Yeah, that's the biggest reason. That was the biggest reason why I kind of put the perfect grower aside, because I knew working with multiple people run the same thing is gonna come in handy.
Yeah.
You just can't do it. You just can't do it all yourself.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pick, after I get done testing these phenos right here behind me, I'm gonna pick whichever one is like my most vigorous, stable, happiest one, and I'm just gonna send you guys cuts and see what happens under your guys' lights with your programs, you know?
Yeah.
Because we need to have some type of constant amongst us that we can compare. So.
Well, one thing that I got going for me is I'm very, very familiar with this next plan. You know, I'm very familiar with it, so I know exactly what's up with, you know, what needs to happen.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to tell real quick if I'm on the money with that mix or not.
Oh yeah.
Right now it's definitely not on. I mean, I was having better luck with the front row, honestly.
Front row, what I didn't like about front row is exactly the issue that you had to fix with measuring the ppms, right? Because the weights were so fucking far off with their salts absorbing so much moisture. I don't have that problem as much with Athena. I've gotten one bucket from them that was a little bit clumped together, but it came apart super easy. It wasn't like wet.
With front row, you got to use your weights as a guideline and cross-check each step with the ppms.
Yeah.
You know, and furthermore than that, I think front row in a doser situation would be absolutely ideal. I don't think it's designed to run dry weight like they say it is. I think in a concentrate the doser, it would be spot on.
So have you seen the Agrotech doser where it does like batch tank mixing?
I haven't yet.
So it's like a good alternative for us. I'll send you a link to a guy that uses it in our conversation on it. But basically it's like the small dosers, I forgot what the fuck they're called, right? And you mix up your stock tanks of your nutrients, and when your RO water, you know, drains after an irrigation event, it refills back up with water with a float valve, and this system reintroduces newts back to the res to keep your EC and ppm where it's supposed to be at.
Because the first time I ran front row, I had that first generation of the bean. It was just wetter than hell. So I learned real quick how to just run that by ppm only.
Yeah, that shit was like oatmeal in a bag, bro.
But I had great success with them. Doing that, I nailed it. And then ever since then, they've tweaked with something, you know, but I've learned to work with it. But even with the Athena, I told them you guys need to have part-specific ppm to weight ratios for cross-checking.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
You know, it's just, you know, they need to have that because I've been coming up 100 to 150 low on a, you know, on a 10 gallon batch, and I don't know where I'm off at. I don't know if I'm off on core or grow.
Yeah, I can tell you on my 3 gram per gallon, I was sitting 500 or 510 on the 500 scale. So I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go home and check tonight or soon and see. I'm gonna do individual mixings and see where I'm at, and then ask Athena, hey, what is 3 grams of core supposed to give you? What is 5 grams of growth supposed to give you? Like, you know, I got to pin them down on this. They got to have that information. You know?
Oh man, dude, let me know what numbers you get, bro.
I will. I'll let you know tonight.
All right, brother. I'll let you go.
All right,
Later. Shout out to Quantum on the stream. Caught me talking that shit. Oh man, I guess he caught me. Get a generator, you fuck. Alright, it's dab time. And then we're gonna go in the room. We're gonna take some measurements. Let's get it. Man, that's funny shit. He's like, I do have one. I do have a generator. You motherfucker. Okay, well, where's it at, dog? Why isn't it on? What's going on here? Get your shit together. You're too busy leaf blowing the booth. I'm kidding. This man is growing outdoors in Vermont. A fucking cold storm just hit and iced over everything. This man was out there tarping and sheeting his fucking 14-foot tall outdoor monsters for like hours just to get it all covered. And then leaf blowing them after uncovering them the next morning. That is some goddamn hard work right there. Oh, I see. That's fine. Can handle that. Dink. How long do I flush? It depends on your medium. Don't base my technique off of what you should do. You know what I'm saying? What I do works for me specifically, and you know, I can't guarantee that it'll work for you or it's the best thing for you. Yeah, I already know, chef. Already know. All right, let's go. We're gonna let these breathe. These are looking good. What's up, Exotic? Appreciate your support, homie. To the Grow Room gang. These ones are seeming to clear up of most of their issues. So they're gonna get a good watering today. Fresh newts. This is almost full. 100 marks here. You can almost feel, like you could feel these through here. So if you go down, you can feel where the 90's at right here. 80, 70's right here. And that's about where they're at, is about 70 gallons. So we'll go ahead and let this continue to fill up. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna mix up some fresh flower newts. We're gonna go with a medium strength feed. And I gotta go through here and fix some of these super crops and tie them down. But yeah, we're gonna mix up some fresh newts. We're gonna go with some Zero Tall. We're gonna go with Power SI, Athena AG Core, Athena AG Bloom, and that'll be it. And then what we're going to do for the plants is we're gonna flush a good amount of citric acid through Botanicare Clearex. I'm gonna do that later. That will help leach out any built-up salt and reset the medium. And if there's any buildup going on that I can't flush out with just plain water, like you guys heard me explaining earlier, it'll break it down. So should restore the balance for everything, make sure there's no buildup going on, and get everything back where we want it, nice and green with no red stems whatsoever. And then I think we're running, let's see what percentage, 75 or 70 on the lights. Keeping our blues high right now. Remember, we're keeping everything at 100%. We need a baseline for how these plants react. Right now they're doing good. I like the stack that I'm starting to see. So, and we're probably gonna have to do one more cleanup before we truly get all the way into flower. I like leaving the lights where they're at. I feel like they get a good enough penetration down here, and I'm not gonna worry about dropping the lights any lower. These plants will stretch. Once they finish stretching, then I'll go ahead and drop the lights. I know that my PPFD at the canopy is on the money. In fact, we can measure that. We should measure that since they started stretching a little already. Yesterday, or today is the first day, full day of 12/12. So let's see. And pour water EC wise, we've had 2 irrigation events this morning with just RO. It's at 5.9, 5.8. So definitely could use a little flush through of some lower EC solution. So I'm hitting 590, 600 right here. On the Alien, a little bit higher, 640, 650, 640. Hitting 630. 40. 500 right here, it's like a little bit higher. 540, 560, 570, 560, 580. 72. That's probably because our fucking humidity's low right now because I have the door open. Let's close this. We're gonna need to go ahead and raise this now. These surface temps are fucking low as shit. Why is it cold right here? Gotta close the door and let these temps come back up. Normally we maintain like a 4-degree delta between leaf surface temps and ambient temps. Runoff wise, we're good. We're only hitting about 15% right now. I upped the irrigation times. I wanted to share that with you guys. So here's the schedule. At 6:30 the lights come on. They used to get fed at 7:30, 8:30, 9:30, blah blah blah. The 7:30 and 8:30 feed are gone. They're gonna get a larger dry back in the morning so they can, dry back more. It's like the EC. Generative growth, we're gonna come back in now with a 1 and 45 second feed. Okay, so we were going with 80 mLs before. Now we're going with a little bit more, about 220. Okay, so we got that feed, and what happens is we're gonna come in at the same schedule. 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Well, that's not touchscreen. All the way down, right? So we just increased the shot size, kept the frequency the same, and we removed some beginning feedings, and we'll remove an end feeding as well, so that they dry back even more. So, it just depends on how big of a dry back you need. We need to see before we remove these last two. This is the last feeding right here, and that's got to go bye-bye now. Think about it. $130, $530. This feeding's got to go bye-bye, and $530 feeding maybe will stay. We'll see. We're gonna leave that one for today at 5:30 because the lights are gonna go off at 6:30. So we're gonna turn off 8 o'clock. Was I high when I did this last night? Feels like it. Okay, 5:30 is the last feed. 3:30, 1:30, 11:30. All right, cool. That's set. Got our temperature getting back up. Why is this? All right. We're almost there. You know what will help that? Ooh. Jesus Louises, it's a little chilly in here now. I had that shit on dehumidify because it was getting humid in there. What did I come in here for? Oh, the pump. Look at this. Booster pump power is activated. I'm baked. No wonder my wife was so high yesterday. Did this shit get more potent as it cures or what? I've been letting this shit cure up for a minute now. Fuck! I forgot I turned on the press to press some flour for you guys and I just burned the fuck out of my arms. Jesus. Burned myself and then I almost tripped trying to move out of the way, and this was going in the trash, this jar. But god fucking damn it. All I wanted to do was come take a dab. Damn fucking catastrophe. What's your average bricks level on those plants? I'm not measuring bricks. I don't know too many growers that are measuring bricks, to be honest with you. Dry back on average, it depends on what stage of grow and all that. I don't follow Jungle Boys like that, to be honest with you, so anything you ask me about Jungle Boys, I'm not gonna be able to tell you too much. God damn, I need some aloe for this shit, come on. And you know what's funny? I think my daughter had like the fucking aloe cream, the aloe burn cream in her hand this morning. And I was like, why does she have that? And did she take it with her? Oh, because I really wish she didn't, if she did. It's not a toy. And daddy's danger prone. I don't think my wife took it from her. She's like, she can't open it. God bless America. It's okay, I've got other aloe cream. Field trip. Do 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 do. It wasn't the heat necessarily that burned me. It was the fact that I got fucking stuck on there because I was about to trip and fall, so I had to watch my step. I couldn't just move all quick. Yeah, give me some of that, baby. Cool aloe. Solar gain. That's that good shit, baby. Actually, I don't know. This might be pretty cheap shit. Like, the fucked up thing is, my arm just feels like it's burning, but I can't exactly tell where. So I'm like poking myself like a piece of meat, trying to find where I'm tender at. It's just my whole fucking, that's it. Healthy goop and a goop everywhere on this arm. I can't tell. That feels better. I guess I got it. Works for me. Pardon my nuts. And the day can go on ticking. Shit, man. Why did you guys let me forget I had to fucking turn the press on? We should have been pressed that rosin, son. I'm not gonna smoke this flower. What else am I gonna do? Of course I gotta press it. Alright. Let's get you guys charging. Medicate the pain with a dab. I mean, I'm gonna dab anyways, but I'd much rather take some cooling aloe on my arm for a burn than a dab. Let's be real. Let's be smart stoners. Let's be stoners, but let's be smart stoners. Aloe works better for a burn than a dab. My man said, take a dab. Put some rosin on it. Husky, you motherfucker. That shit would burn. You know how hard that shit would burn? Like straight up. That would hurt. That would fucking hurt. Anybody in here ever eat some rosin? Just straight up put it on your tongue? Like some really terpy rosin? It doesn't feel good. It hurts. It burns. The essential oils are too concentrated sometimes. Blanco, the reason that I'm not measuring bricks, excuse me, is because there's a whole shit ton of other things that are, I wouldn't say more important, right? But there's a whole lot of other steps before bricks, right? You shouldn't even be worried about bricks levels until your tissues are 100% happy and healthy, right? Like I'm getting tissue analysis done that will tell me the ppm levels of each nutrient inside of the leaf. That's far more important and useful to me than bricks. Bricks is just going to tell me an overall happy or not happy, right? But I can get that myself from looking at the plant. What I need is more empirical data, like numerical data, you know what I'm saying? For specific things, not just an overall health-wise. Bricks is like the final thing I'll be measuring once everything else is dialed in and I know that everything else is as happy as I can get it. Then I'll start measuring bricks and making subtle changes to see if I can increase or decrease, you know, the bricks. But that's like final form type shit. Everything else that I'm doing should already naturally increase the bricks of the plant. I'm keeping it as happy and healthy as possible by making sure uptake is optimal. It has the available, you know, nutrients that it needs, and it has the right environment. And if I'm doing all of those things and I'm measuring all of those variables, once you take a step back, you know, and you look at it, bricks should be pretty good, you know. So it's one of those things that I'll, you know, take a step back and final measurement form, you know, boom, measure bricks. All the other things add up to bricks level this, plant health this, you know. Plus bricks levels are going to change throughout the life of the plant too. From my understanding, I'm not an expert on bricks because I haven't started measuring it yet. But from my understanding, the bricks levels are going to change significantly. And when I want to be measuring them is going to be ideally towards the end, middle and end. Great data collection. Yeah, of course it is, but are you measuring everything else? Unless you're measuring literally everything else, I don't think that Brix should be on your radar as a cannabis grower. Because trust me, I'm all about data collection. That's what I do, is data analytics. So trust me. Results should be coming either later today or tomorrow. Hopefully. I talked to Perfect Grower. He said if he doesn't see him by today, then tomorrow he's definitely calling to ask him what's up. So, I mean, they could be swamped, you know. I don't know what's going on at their lab or whatever, so I'm not pressing them. Plus, it's not coming out of my pocket. Alright, I'm going to attempt a battery swap and hope the camera doesn't die, because it's being a little bitch today.